Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to another video. Today we are choosing my November TBR. I have so many books that I want to read this month or this season in general. Like my October, November, December TBR is just out of this world. I have so many books that I'm so excited for and there's just not enough time in the day to like read all of these books. I'm reading as fast as I can, but there's so many more that I want to get to, and there were a few in October that I wanted to read that I didn't get to. Some from my October TBR I didn't get to, which I'm super sad about. And now that like spooky season is kind of over, I feel like I missed my chance a little bit at reading some of the paranormal witchy stuff that I really wanted to read in October. I didn't get to it, unfortunately, so I'm just going to continue keeping them on my TBR cart and hopefully read a few more of those before November is over, because we don't always have to read according to the season, although it is nice to, you know. But since I didn't finish reading all the ones that I wanted to, and I also hauled a few more in that genre that you saw in my last video, I'm just going to continue reading them in November. But I'm still excited for it because paranormal is like one of my favorite genres and I absolutely love reading paranormal stuff. So I still do have a lot of them here. I also have a lot of the new fantasies that I bought and a few like contemporary romances, a couple of thrillers, and also I have Good Spirits on here. I know this is supposed to be Christmas, but I think that it's kind of falls in between spooky and Christmas, you know? So you could read it before Halloween or after Halloween, before Christmas, something like that. That's what I heard. I'm not sure, but I have it on here anyways, just because maybe I will choose it for the TBR and we will see. But other than that, you'll see that about half of this cart is like all the new stuff that I hauled. And I have a few older ones like The Housemaid, The Silent Patient, which are thrillers that I've been saving for October, November that I never got to. And I still have When the Moon Hatched on here because this is one of the 25 books that I want to read in 2025. So I definitely want to get to that one hopefully before the end of the year. And then some of the other new ones are Soul Searching, Mate, and One Killer Night. I also have Serial Killer Games on here and Tourist Season. So a lot of like serial killer stuff, which is also another kind of like favorite subgenre of mine. And then in terms of fall romances, I have Better Hate Than Never by Chloe Leese. I have Rootbound by Tara DeWitt. There should be another Tara DeWitt on here somewhere. Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt. There it is. I also have Fragile Sanctuary on here because this is a romantic suspense, so that might be good. Nocticadia, which is also kind of supposed to be kind of spooky, kind of dark, and that's about it, I think. So the TBR jar is going to be choosing again, as always, although stay tuned for my December TBR because it is not going to be the TBR jar that chooses the TBR. We're going to do something else for December, but for now, the TBR jar is my favorite, so I'm going to do it again for November, and we're choosing 6 as always. Now these should be all new prompts because I always pull out the ones that I've used in previous videos. So let's see what we have. Prompt number 1. A book you can read in a day. That's a good one. Ooh, a book you can read in a day. So for this, I'm thinking something short or maybe even a thriller. What do we have? Definitely not a fantasy. Maybe this. This looks short. Maybe the romantic suspense. Maybe these. So I've chosen 5 as potential options because these are kind of like the shortest ones that are kind of like thrillers. The first option is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Everybody has already read this book, but I have not. And this is supposed to be a really, really good thriller. It's supposed to be very fast paced, so this is a very good option for this. The next one I have is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, which is also supposed to be a thriller, but this one looks even shorter than the other one. So this might be a good option, although now that I look at the font, it is very small and very tight. So this might be longer than it looks. But this is another thriller that I bought earlier this year, and I was saving it for spooky season, but we will see. Then I have Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. This is a romantic suspense. The other romantic suspense I read was Bourbon and Lies by Victoria Wilder, and that one was also very, very fast-paced. I know it's a different author, so I don't really know what Catherine Cowles' writing is like, but if it is anything like that in terms of like it being like super fast-paced and moving quickly, this might be a good option. And then the other one I chose was Willing Prey by Ali Oleander. This is supposed to be kind of like a kink thriller-esque book, but it's also very, very short. So this might be a good option. And then the last one I have is Unhinged by Steph Maka, which is the first book in the Dance with My Demons series. And this one is only 256 pages, so I think this is the best option for a book that you can read in one day. I kind of got this hoping that it would be like a fast one that I could read in one day, so that kind of will serve its purpose in that sense. So I think that's the one I'm gonna go with. So that's book number 1 for a book you can read in a day. Let's put these guys back. Let's do prompt number 2. There's one. Main character with a different color hair, pink, purple, etc. Main character with a different color hair, pink, purple, etc. Do I have any with a different color hair right now? I don't even know. He's got silver hair or like gray hair or white hair. That's not really like a different color hair. Forest season, I don't know if she has a different color hair or not. Let's look at the little page overlay. No, their hair looks pretty much natural, so that's not gonna be it. Unfortunately, she's got blonde, blonde, blonde and brunette, blonde and brunette, no hair. Can't tell what color her hair is. Oh, it's brown. They both have brown hair. Soul searching, they both have, well, maybe she has different color hair. I can't tell for sure, but I think maybe the girl in soul searching might have like different color hair in here. It looks a little bit like purple or blue highlights in her hair. So that might actually be an option. I have to look that up just to verify, but let's see if there's anything else. I think that's our only option. Let me look up some fan art for this, just to verify if maybe she's got a different color hair or not. It looks like it might just be black. Okay, so AI says she just has short black hair. So that's not a different color hair. So I think we're gonna have to pull a new prompt for this because I don't have anything on here with a main character on the cover that has a different color hair. So we're gonna redo prompt number 2. Let's see what else we have. There's one. A book with a blonde main character. A book with a blonde main character. That one I can find. Okay, so for blonde main character, I have a lot of options. I think he's actually blonde in this picture because this is supposed to be a Hermione fanfic and he's supposed to be based on Draco, and Draco had like very bright blonde hair. So I think he might be like a platinum blonde in this, or it might be gray. I don't really know, but that's an option. I also have Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. She looks like she's got blonde hair right there. I also have Rootbound by Tara DeWitt, which looks like a very good fall read. I definitely want to read this in November, so this could be an option. She has blonde hair. And then we have Good Spirits by BK Borison. She's got beautiful blonde hair right there. I'm obsessed with this cover and the spine of this book, so this might be a really good option. We also have My Vampire Plus One. She's got blonde hair, and I think he does as well, or it's like a dark blonde or something. We also have Well Actually by Maisie Eddings. She's got blonde hair. And then we also have Slipstream by Madge Merrill. It looks like he might have dark blonde hair or something like that. This could be like a light brown. I'm not 100% sure, but it could potentially be a blonde as well. But I think from all of these, the one that I'm really, really wanting to read the most is probably going to be Good Spirits by BK Borison. I know this is Christmas, but a lot of people are reading it right now, and I think you could read it before Christmas, like November, maybe even before spooky season. But this fits the prompt really, really well. She's got blonde hair, and I really, really want to read this, so we're going with Good Spirits by BK Borison for book number 2. Moving on to prompt number 3. Got one. A sports romance. Okay, a sports romance. So I think I do have some on the TBR card that are sports. Or maybe just one. Just one. I only have one. This is an F1 romance. I think it came out just recently, a couple months ago maybe. But I believe it is F1 season now. So it would be appropriate to read right now. So I think this is the one I'm going to go with. Slipstream by Madge Merrill. And I basically have to because I think this is the only sports romance that I have on the card right now. 3 more to go. Here's prompt number 4. Got it. A paranormal romance. Yes. A paranormal romance. That's very exciting. I know exactly which one I'm going to choose for this, but let's see what the options are. So the paranormal books that I have on here, just in case you're curious, are Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I also have My Vampire Plus One by Jenna Levine. I also have Loving a Vampire is Total Chaos by Aura Hayes. We also have On Wings of Blood, but this is a paranormal fantasy. And I also have The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is also a paranormal fantasy. I think both of these are like vampire dragon fantasies, if I'm not mistaken, but those are not the ones I'm going to choose anyways, so it doesn't matter because I am 100% choosing Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which is the second book after Bride. I'm so excited for this, and I have been waiting for this book to come out for like a very, very long time. So here we go. We have 4. Let's choose number 5 now. Got it. Read the next book in a series. Ooh, read the next book in a series. What's the next book in a series? Okay, so I have Enchantra as an option. I have The Curse That Binds as an option. Better Hate Than Never. Yeah, the rest are first. I have 3 options for this one. I have Better Hate Than Never by Chloe Leese. This is actually an interconnected series. The first book was Two Wrongs Make a Right, which was really, really cute. But this one is totally giving fall with the cover and everything, and the fall foliage and the sweaters and everything that they're wearing. So I thought this one would be a really good fall read. This might be the Wilmot Sisters series, but I'm not 100% sure. I also have The Curse That Binds by Laura Thalassa. This is technically the prequel, but it came out 3rd in the Bewitched series. So there's Bewitched, Bespelled, and then this one. This came out a couple of months ago as well, and I still haven't read it yet, so this is a very, very good option because I definitely want to read this year. And then the 3rd option I have is Enchantra by Kylie Smith, which is the 2nd book in the Phantasma series. The first book was called Phantasma, and this book follows that. It's the story of the sister in that book, which I did like Phantasma, but I didn't absolutely love it. It was like a 4-star read or something like that, but it was still really, really good, so I definitely want to read this book as well. So from these 3, I think I'm leaning towards The Curse That Binds for this one because I absolutely love this series and I can't believe that I haven't read this book yet. The first 2 books, Bewitched and Bespelled, were both 5 stars for me. So honestly, what's my excuse? Why haven't I read this yet? So I think this is the one we're going to go with for a book that is the next book in the series. Okay, it's time for book number 6, our final book. Got it. A book with stars on the cover. A book with stars on the cover. Stars on the cover. Please have stars on the cover. No, it only has a moon. I really want to read this though. Okay, so I have a few options for this one. We have Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. This one has stars right there at the top. We also have Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. This one also has stars on the cover. This one I might be leaning towards a little bit more than the last one. I also have Willing Prey by Ali Oleander, which has stars at the top right there. There's a few stars right there. Loving a Vampire is Total Chaos has little twinkly stars or something. And then the last one is My Vampire Plus One. Doesn't have stars on the cover, but it has a star on the back cover and on the spine here somewhere right there, I think, right? Yes, right there. And not on the actual cover. So we have a few good options here. What am I leaning towards though? Not Alchemy of Secrets. Not really this one at the moment. Maybe not this one. I think I'm leaning towards this one because this one just came out. I mean, most of these just came out, but this one just came out and I really, really wanted to read this one before Halloween and I just didn't get to it. So I think this is the one I'm going to go with for a book with stars on the cover. It looks like she's running through the forest at night. So of course there's stars, there's a moon and some kind of like spooky vibes going on, but it is pink and cute. So we're going to choose Willing Prey by Ali Oleander for this book. So that was the final book. However, I think I don't want to be done yet. I think I want to do one more because a lot of these are very short, like Unhinged and Willing Prey look really, really short. So maybe I could do one more because there's like one specific one, maybe 2 specific ones that I really, really want to get. And I'm going to do one more just to try for those and see if we can get them on the TBR this month. So let's just do one more for good measure as like a bonus. So for bonus book number 7, we are choosing a book published this year. Yep, a book published this year. Okay. That's a good one. I have a few. So of the ones that I really wanted to get, that I was really hoping for in this TBR, I have 5 options. They were all published this year, so that's kind of an easy one. But the first one I have is Tourist Season by Bryn Weaver. I also have Alchemized by Sen-Lin Yu. I think that's how you say the name, but I'm not 100% sure. We've got Alchemized. This one's so heavy. Then I have In the Dark by Chelsea Curto. And then I also have One Killer Night by Trilina Pucci. My friend read this and recommended it. She said this was like 5 stars, amazing, funny, fun, kind of like a dark serial killer romance. So I really, really want to read this one. And then I also have Soul Searching by Lila Sage. So it is still currently October when I'm filming this. And I think I might get to this before the month is over. So I think I'm going to eliminate this for now because I think I might still be able to read this in October. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I do want to start this next, and it is still October. So this might end up being read in October. So I'm going to eliminate you. I have 3 serial killer ones here. And then I also have Soul Searching, which is a haunted house romance. I think I might also be able to get to these, and I'm not sure. It's very unlikely, but I might be able to get to these 2 potentially in October. So these 2 might be read by the time you're seeing this video. If not, oh well. But I think I'm going to also eliminate these 2. And I think I'm going to go with Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver because I've been very, very excited for this one. And I also think it's going to be perfect for November. It is a serial killer romance. If you don't know Brynne Weaver, she's the one who wrote the Ruinous Love trilogy, which is Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark, and Scythe and Sparrow. And I loved that series so much. And this is a new series that she's starting, which is also going to be a trilogy. So I'm looking forward to this very much. The second book was already announced, actually. Harvest Season, I think it's called, and it's coming out in June 2026. So I'm also very excited for that. So we don't actually have to wait super long for the next book after this. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to choose as our bonus book number 7. Okay, so let's quickly recap the books we've chosen for the month of November. I'm going backwards because this is how they are stacked. For a book published this year, I chose Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver. For a book with stars on the cover, I chose Willing Prey by Ali Oleander. For the next book in a series, I chose The Curse That Binds by Laura Thalassa. This is the 3rd book in the Bewitched series. For a paranormal romance, I chose Mate by Ali Hazelwood. So excited for this. Have been waiting for this like all year. For a sports romance, I chose Slipstream by Madge Merrill. For a book with a blonde main character, I chose Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. And for a book you can read in a day, I chose Unhinged by Steph Maka. So this is my November TBR. I think this is one that I'm very likely to finish. I don't see any books on here that I might not read, like that I'm not like really excited about, because I really want to read all of these, and hopefully some of these will show up in a vlog as well. So stay tuned for that. I don't know which ones yet, but hopefully some of them will. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your favorites are. And as always, all my links are down below to my Instagram, Goodreads, and TikTok. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.